Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, what I'll be sharing with you is how I solve this lab, the CSRF vulnerability with no defenses. So what exactly is CSRF? CSRF stands for Cross-Site Request Forgery. So basically, the idea of this vulnerability is that the attacker is able to trick the user into performing an action that's unintended by the user. So for example, the attacker can trick the user into changing the password, changing the email, but it's not intended by the user. So in today's tutorial, let's see how we can do that. So first, let's access the lab. So in order to exploit this vulnerability, there are three conditions that need to be in place. So first, the action that can trigger the attack. So for example, modifying the permission for other users. If let's say you are admin, you can actually modify the permission of other users that's under your account. Secondly, changing users' own password. So these are the actions that can trigger the attack. And secondly, cookie-based session handling. So if the application relies solely on session cookies to identify the user who has made the request, then most likely this application is vulnerable to CSRF. And lastly, there's no unpredictable request inputs. So for example, the parameters that the attacker use cannot be something that it cannot be determined or guessed. Like for example, the user's password, because the attacker has no idea what the user password is. So let's take a look at how we can do that. So now I'm at this homepage. So I click on my account. So this is where usually you can update your profile, update your password, so on and so forth. So let's do some checks. So if I do 123@gmail.com and I update the email, you can see the email is updated. So let's do a bit of inspection to see what's going on behind the scene. Let's click on Network tab. Let me zoom in a little. And let's do it one more time. So what I can do is, let me put test2@gmail.com. And let me update the email. So on the backend, okay, so it's doing a post request to this particular using this particular URL. My account change email. So afterwards, you actually redirect to this link. So what I want to do now is actually to craft a malicious web page and deliver it to the user, so that when the user click it, will indirectly trigger the attack. And because the user has already logged in, it will take the session cookies as you can see here, session cookies, and is able to change the email. So like I said before, so we are going to test it to see whether this application relies solely on session cookies, and we will trigger the action, which is to update the email, and there's no unpredictable request inputs. So all these actions can be determined by the attacker. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do now is go to exploit server. So basically, PortSwigger provides a web server that allows you to host the web page and then deliver it to the victim. So when the user actually click on it, it will actually trigger that action and deliver the attack. So what I want to do now is that over here, they also provide a template on how you can actually deliver the attack. So let's do that. Let's copy and paste. So as you can see here, this is just a form. Basically, it allows you to trigger action that trigger based on this URL. So I'm going to change it to the website that that's what we are going to update the user's email, and yeah, you can also change the value to something else, and then click on submit. Okay, so let's do that. We are going to copy this. Paste it over here. There's 2. Okay, so I already changed to test 2, so maybe we'll do a test 3. Okay, so what you want to do is also to copy this. So my account, change email. Okay, so basically we'll trigger the action of changing the email. So once we have done that, we just click on store first, and view the exploits. So let's click on it. So you can see here, email change, and let's deliver the exploit to victim. Okay, so I'm guessing it's because we have already viewed the exploit is already been triggered. So what I'm going to do now is change it to 4, and then we deliver. So you can see here, we have already solved the lab. So let's go back here to see whether yes, the change has happened. So you can see here, it is showing the what we have stopped previously. I mean what we have done previously. So if I want to make sure that this has gone through, so we will view the exploit again. Okay, so the email is not available. So maybe we just do the test 5. Then we'll click on view exploit. So now you see we have changed it. So let's come back here and do it one more time. As you can see here, it has been updated. So the action itself, view exploit, is really triggering the attack. The user has already clicked it, and that's why you're able to see it. And because we have already logged in before, so it is able to use back the same cookie. And apparently, this application is relies solely on the cookie to identify the user request. So that's all for this tutorial. And I hope you have learned something. And I will see you in the next video.